Have you ever had a video that didn't work properly? You had to pull out your old encoding tools like TMPEG Inc. or Adobe Media Encoder, and you had to redo it and then bring it back into OnCue? Listen, those days are over. We're going to show you how on the CueCast. Welcome to CueCast episode number 8, where we're going to talk about video today. And we built in an optimization transcoding tool for you that is going to change some of that anxiety you get when you have a video that may have a black screen, but yet the text scrolls and you can hear audio. That's normally a codec issue or something is wrong with the encoding. Also, you get to a point where sometimes a video just doesn't work right. It doesn't act right. Sometimes you may even want to convert all of your video from MPEG 1 to MPEG 4. And what's the easiest way to do that? You can always drag out other tools and use other tools. And trust me, we're not against those. We've been using those same tools for years. But we put something into the OnCue database and into the program itself that's now going to help you to better utilize what's going on after the fact in OnCue. Let me show you what I mean. We're going to get OnCue launched here, and we're going to go ahead and get this up and running. And I'm going to show you by building a new case. We're also going to build on what we talked about in episode 7 last week, and that was where you add your media from and how OnCue can pick up where that media is. Let's go ahead and create a new case here. We'll just go ahead and create this one on our C drive. Remember, I like to build everything locally, so should you. It just makes things a little easier, not necessarily having to do that. And we're just going to call it CueCast 1, create case here. What we're going to do now is go to our transcripts and add in one of our transcripts that we have. So we'll go to our desktop, and we have a folder here that has, if you remember, our multimedia in it. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to bring this in under transcripts. Notice it says the following media file was found. That is the MPEG. I'm going to tell it go ahead and copy files and put that in there. So now we have this particular file here. Now you can go ahead and create designations. You can go ahead and do whatever you want to do with this MPEG. But if it's giving you trouble, let me show you something here. Let me just show you what this is using. Take a look right here in this information. You can see this is using the MPEG file. You can go ahead and cut clips like I said, or do whatever you want to do. Get your designation list done, get your designations. You can actually have this MPEG changed over and converted to an MP4 with the correct specs that fall to what OnCue likes. Let me show you what I mean. Right-click on your transcript. Come down to the very bottom and you will notice a section here called Optimize Video. This optimization of video only encodes to our specifications, and what you have the ability to do is scale it. So you can scale it to 1080p all the way back down to 360p. Okay, we're just going to click Begin Optimization. And now what happens if we look at our background tasks window is this video begins to encode on the back end. Now you can still go in and begin to do work. You can still create your designations, do your work, add documents, whatever it is you want to do, because this is running in the background. Now for the sake of the CueCast, I'm going to speed this up and let this encoding go so that you don't have to sit all the way through it. By the way, the encoding is only as fast as the machine and the video and things like that allow it to be. So don't think that, oh, well, it takes a long time to encode on my machine, but this guy's is faster, or this lady's is quicker. It doesn't really matter. It's all about your machine. So if they have a faster machine, of course it's going to encode faster. Okay, so now it has finished recording the encode, right? It's done. So if we look, no background tasks are running, so it's finished. Now what I want to show you is if you take a look now at this area, look what it did right here. It changed it from the MPEG to the MPEG 4. Also, what that did was it automatically associated that MP4 now to this transcript. So when we check it,
some physiology function of the brain.
Obviously, that
Doctor,
synchronization
do you have
is
a
still
medical
in line.
license?
So it's still in line there, so it works. So now it changed it over to an MP4 with our specs, so you shouldn't have any problems with that video at that point. That's just one of the features that's available to you and the new features that we have here in OnCue, the way to optimize video within the software itself rather than having to leave it. Thank you to everybody who has watched the CueCast, who has commented, liked and subscribed. Thank you so much to everyone who subscribed. We're almost up at another level now for our subscribers, and we certainly appreciate that. We couldn't do this without you, and we appreciate the direction that you, the users, are leading our development. And it's always fun to come in and cover those. Once again, if you want to reach out to us, CueCast at OnCueTech.com. I'd be glad to cover any feature that you may not quite understand or you want to see more of. We'll do that here on the show. So with that said, I'm Rob Helt for all of us at OnCue. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.